morning to you. It must be 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time somewhere out there on this beautiful Wednesday, the 19th of May. We're getting to the second half. We need to start implementing, coming up with a plan, do our follow ups, everything you need to make this a great selling month before we get to the Memorial Day weekend. Now, we've been speaking to our brothers and sisters all week in retail, even though we do work with all facets of sales, whether it's major account, key account, up and down the street, in home sales, automotive sales, general retail. We do it all. But you're trying to get dressed, so let me just give you the tip for the day. We were talking about getting people in your store during this COVID 19 period. So, are we researching customers thinking about a visit to drive football and increase sales? So, you may be saying, well, what does one have to do with the other one? As consumers, we all are busier than ever before. So a trip to a store, any store, your store, that turns out to be a waste of time because they didn't have what you want. And that's very frustrating for the consumer. So one of the best ways to increase sales in a retail store is to make it easier for customers to confirm that the products that they're looking for are in your stock. Some retailers have addressed the problem of stock availability by implementing inexpensive real time stack tracking. This solution naturally is take one, earn one. This way, we know that our shelves will have the products based on the demographics of the store that you're at. Now, with the COVID 19 pandemic, it causes spikes in stock availability queries, partly because it's a broken supply chain, no ands, ifs, and about it, but it's causing stock outages to be more commonplace. We don't like being out of stock, but also changes in human behavior. Customers and people in general fear the spreading of the virus to others. So, more customers will be on a mission to get a job, buy a pen and paint, or rather simply go shopping. For that reason, they'll be key to making sure that your store has everything it needs before they do come in. Measuring is an extremely efficient and convenient way for consumers to ask about stock availability at your particular store. Google has something called click to measure. This solution will instantaneously, once someone purchases something, know that you need another one of those at your store. Now, are they the only ones? There's other ones. I was just using that. So if you can imagine how this can help you with sizes, with color, with different types of products and services, to be exact, that once a customer takes one from the shelf, that same automatic one gets back in. And we call that Google's click to measure. Now, if you're not worrying about that, you want to investigate, are there others? Yes, there are others. But the key thing is we're trying to give the customer a great experience. We need something that we can measure ahead to know that we will ensure ourselves of that great experience. That would enable your staff to get ready, waiting for the people, preparing the product or service that's there, and still have someone on the IT side making sure that that vehicle and the guest are linked together. Enabling Google's business measures can help you increase retail sales almost immediately. The final benefit of messaging to this type of working processing is to give the store associates time to think about what the relevant cross sellers of that particular product are. So, this way, when we use any type of tool that is going to automatically replace once something is gone, we make sure that it's one of our movers. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with our tip for today. And here's the thing, we slowly work into it. It is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So, managers, supervisors, work with your people. Your people are a representation of you and that retail store. So, if you're panicked, if you are yelling and screaming, it's not conducive to the employee or the customers that come in because you have no plan. So, no matter how you restock, whether it's going to be in the 21st century or old school, having someone assigned to make sure that what we have in the back, we can still replace that same particular service or product in the front. It takes organization. But if you don't have a website, please find someone who can build you a website because many of today's customers, because of COVID, will not want to come into your brick and mortar. So, what is your solution? How can you still be relevant in your community selling? Let's go to the internet and let's institute a plan of contactless delivery. Everything is done online and we ship the product to the guest. I guarantee you, you will make more. Now, that's another conversation for tomorrow because now we're talking about this internet, this website thing. So now that leads a whole direction that we call lead generation. But we'll talk about that more tomorrow because you got to get up, get out. It is the 19th. We're in the second half of the year. You can do it. Make sure you're mentally, make sure that you are physically, and make sure you're coming in with a game plan. If you happen to be in the automotive industry, please, before you do anything else, go to your CRM, see what your tasks were that we know you didn't follow up on. Because if or if not, you have an individual or a group meeting, guess what's going to come out of the customer's mouth? A particular situation that you did not put notes in. And how can we do team solution selling? Because you dropped the ball. But with that said, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, with another Hardison's tip for this lovely day, Wednesday, May the 19th. And as always in parting, you go out and you make it a champion day.